Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We joined Dungen, our Duergar, down in the Underdark camp with the continuation of our Honor Mode playthrough. Last episode, we went to the Arcane Tower and found a pair of boots for our Barbarian build. It is starting to come into play. Starting to do some very big damage. But that's not all we wanted to gather here in the Underdark. By helping out the myconids, we gained the first piece of a staff. This is icy metal. Specks of frost cover the hole in the bottom of this chunky piece of iron, where it was clearly screwed into something. What could that be used for? Today, we are going to try to put the staff together and uncover its secrets. I actually thought we would have a new party member by now, and I've kind of been preparing some of this gear for the eventuality of Minthara joining our party. So it's not something that anyone in our party is going to immediately use, but it is something I want later on down the road. We expended a lot of our resources in that previous fight. If we go ahead and look at Shadowheart, she only has one level 1 left, so we're going to call it a day pretty early. I always want to show you guys when we go to camp, just in case something spicy happens here. Last time, Shadowheart and Lae'zel were at each other's throat. Hopefully tonight will be a little bit more chill. Man, it takes a lot of food to sleep now. Good Lord! Hello?
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued.
No? Can we, the recap of what happened with the owlbear was we met the true soul adventurers out on the road who were attacked by the owlbear mama. We walked into the cave with a potion of speak animals on, and the owlbear mom told us to leave or she would eat us. So we left. Somehow that counted as me rescuing this thing? Food is very precious to me, but I'm going to take a piece out of my bag and leave it for this little guy.
The cub's eyes lock onto the food in your hand.
Hey, little buddy. Keep the food held in front of you. No, I'm going to toss it over. I don't need to lose any fingers. I'm a musician.
The creature gulps the food down. It seems he hasn't eaten in some time.
Oh, you still hungry? I can give you some more food, little buddy.
What a delectable little pet.
Where'd your clothes go? Did you scare it?
Oh, now look. You've scared off the little snack.
Oh, let's be very clear. Don't you dare eat that owlbear. Well, very interesting. Did not expect to be meeting a new friend today. If we go back to the myconid camp, there is another item that I'm very interested in buying. If we talk to Blurg, this is the guy who we were doing quests with in the previous episode. He sells the Melf's First Staff. You get a +1 bonus to spell save DC and attack rolls. Something I would very much like to have, and luckily for me, this item has not gone up crazy in value or anything like that. I'm just going to be able to buy it with a little bit of gold. Bro, the ring that we gave Astarion in the last episode, the Caustic Band, that was like 8 times more gold on Tactician than it was in a normal playthrough. Okay, we bartered for that staff. Thank you very much. I think I might be able to dual wield it or maybe hold it in my offhand. If I can't, that's not a huge deal. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm actually able to. This staff is going to make it so my spells have an easier time of actually affecting the mental capacity of our enemies. And if I do ever attack with a spell, I mean, I don't know if I ever will, it'll help out a little bit with that too. Omelium took a look at my tadpole in the last video, and he even said himself that he thinks he made it stronger. So I think now's a great time to start to evolve some of Dungen's powers. These are done with the tadpole specimens that we have found in the world. We just drag him on over to a slot, and then they bury into our brain, and we permanently unlock new abilities. We got favorable beginnings here. The first attack or ability check you make against any target gains a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. There's also some very interesting ones this way with Force Tunnel, allowing us to move ourselves forcibly through an area and knock back anyone along the way. Then Displace, where if we do fall damage to someone, they take an additional 1d8 psychic damage. We can reinforce that even more with Repulsor, which allows us to push enemies away now with force damage. This could be really fun. I'm planning on heavily investing in these illithid powers, and this one might be a little gimmicky, but I'm making my way from Concentrated Blast down to Cull the Weak. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than the number of evolved illithid powers, it dies, and all nearby enemies take damage. I'm planning on evolving quite a lot of these powers. So if we hit a target that's under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 HP right now, they just instantly die. And when you consider the fact that Dungen can attack multiple targets with his slashing flourish, well, all of a sudden we could be executing enemies all over the place, if that is how it works. I don't have a ton of experience with the illithid powers, I will admit that. So we are leaving the Myconoid colony on the western side. I figured since we're staying in town and not, culling everyone inside of the colony, we might as well help out with some quests around here too. Of course, our goal is to make our way over to... Ooh, don't melee that! Okay. That's how you're starting today, Dungen? You have 2 hand crossbows equipped and you went with a melee? My goodness. Last playthrough, we actually messed up this quest line by completing it and then pickpocketing the item back from the vendor. It bugged it all the way forward to Act 3. So I'm going to try to make up for that. Does he say anything if I just approach this? Let's split up my party and just Dungen will go first. Is there a cutscene?
Stop! Stop! Bibberbang!
He's indeed surrounded by Bibberbang. The spores of those mushrooms are both toxic and flammable.
I'll do you a favor. I can sort out the Bibberbang and take that pesky noble stock. Wait, I'm robbing him? No, why would we rob him? Okay, all right, turn away. See you later.
Please, hear me out. Scroll, escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere.
Okay. Hold tight, I'll find your bag.
Thank you. Thank you.
There is more than one way to solve this puzzle, but the guy's bag is sitting over here on a rock. How I normally do this is by summoning in the Mage Hand. The Mage Hand can then... Dungen, I swear to God, are you moving? Dungen? Dungen? I killed that guy. Well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you think the noble stock's dead? Can we still get the noble stock? Well, how long is this gonna burn? God, I'm taking burn damage now. Oh my God. Well, that didn't go great. Technically, we never told that lady that we saw her husband. So this is all probably fine. This is all probably fine. And we all just did not pass that survival check over there. Hey, we did get 2 scrolls of Misty Step and a scroll of invisibility, though, so I feel like we really came out on top here. Nice job, everyone. So Dungen made the same mistake twice, in a different way each time, to be fair, of walking into these things, so I'm not going to trust him with them anymore. We're going to have to clear these out. Every single one that they can just needs to go. Just needs to go. From here, we're going to be making our way further to the west towards a pretty deadly location. We are missing some health, so let me go ahead and get Shadowheart. She's going to cast a level 3 aid, give everyone some additional HP for the day, as well as heal us up a little bit. I suppose I could short rest, but that seems a little overkill. I could learn a level 2 spell called Healing Prayer. We could swap that on really fast, and then just cast it. I don't love the idea of giving up a level 2 spell slot this early in the day, but I like that a lot more than short resting. I guess I shouldn't, because we have an abundance of short rests. Either way, that's how I did it. Let me get my weapon back, and we'll just have to live with the consequences. Generally speaking, my Shadowheart should only be casting 1 or 2 spells per encounter anyway, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We have a hook horror sighted on the walkway in front of us, another one up in the trees. And we are very, very close to a plant that could potentially stop us from being able to use magic if we are not careful. I do kind of want to start this, though. I have all in activated for our sharpshooter. If we just move up a little bit more, maybe. A little bit more. Just disadvantage, huh? Target outside of normal range. Come on, just a little bit more. He's so in your range, Dungen. I'm turning off turn-based mode. I'm going to let this go for a second and then enter turn-based mode again. Oh, okay. We have entered combat with the terrifying creature. Good news is it's only one of them, so I feel totally good about that. That is the scenario I was trying to achieve by sneaking up. We are going to have Lae'zel just walk forward. Try to stay as close to the wall as possible here because we don't want to aggro the other one. As she gets in range, we're just going to fire off a shot with her bow and then another one because she can attack twice. So it's going to do 4 damage. With Shadowheart, we are going to cast our Sacred Flame to spawn a radiating orb above our target. And then I think she's going to stand kind of here-ish. Dungen is going to move forward and with all of his extra damage, fire his crossbows down beneath him onto the hook horror. There we go, 20 damage on that shot. That's what I'm here to see, Dungen. And then he's just going to back up a little bit. I imagine this hook horror is going to do a lot of work to come towards us. So I want to do a lot of work to keep Dungen away from it. Astarion is going to approach, shoot off 2 ranged attacks with his bow, and then... look at that caustic ring damage already adding up, and then go back to his melee weapon to kind of hold the front line here. We'll go ahead and end it. The hook horror is walking towards our party. That's nice. Casts hook on Astarion, and it does not connect. He then pounces on the ladies, but luckily no one took any damage. This is a pretty good scenario right here. I will get an attack of opportunity if I hit this thing. So what we're going to do is called a maneuvering attack on Lae'zel. This maneuvering attack is going to deal damage to this guy. Then she's going to select Dungen as a mover. Now we do not incur an attack of opportunity, and Dungen can get the high ground and get away from this thing. He's going to fire off 2 shots, 45% chance to hit. 1 does connect for 19. Lae'zel is going to then swing for the rest of her turn, dealing 16 damage there. Shadowheart is going to cast Sacred Flame. And we have killed our first hook horror. Okay, not too bad. Normally these things are pack hunters though, so the fact that we just fought one by itself is pretty lucky. Now, let's not pretend like we didn't see the other one over here. If I can hit him with Dungen, I would like to. He's definitely going to be outside of my normal range. Maybe the only thing I have that could change that would be like casting a firebolt or something. Maybe Astarion might be able to see that far. That's looking pretty iffy too. Target's just slightly too far. Well, if I'm going to have anyone go up and be a glutton for punishment, it's going to be our barbarian. Lae'zel is going to follow soon after, and Shadowheart's going to kind of be in the middle, ready to run interference if we need to get back to Dungen quickly. We also have Sanctuary if he gets jumped on, and we need some way of protecting him. I'm outside of the vision range of this thing. Is it outside of my attack range? No, it's not. I know that's hard to see. I was hoping that I'd get a little surprise round. I don't think I got one. That was my attack, so we're going to stand here. We're going to let this thing come to me. Echoes in the dark. It is calling reinforcements. Something the other hook horror did not do. Astarion is going to fall back. Melee weapon in tow, and we're going to end our turn right there. So it used call reinforcements, but I don't think anything hurt it. And it is leaped from the top rope all the way down to my party there. Goodness gracious. Dungen from the high ground is going to fire off 2 hand crossbow bolts for 17 damage each. That's absurd. We're once again going to try to put the radiating orb above the head of our enemy. It did not work this time. Let's go for a tripping attack with Lae'zel using her maneuver dice. We knock him prone and then have advantage on the follow-up swing. She's going to end her turn right there as Astarion moves in with advantage. He's dealing huge damage. But, oh, let's do the blunt. Was that enough? Is he dead? He's knocked out. Another hook horror did hear the call, and it's jumping in now as well. Astarion in trouble. 14 damage sends him back in a big way. Let's not overreact. I think we're doing great. We're going to cast Radiating Orb onto target again. I think Shadowheart's going to move up a little bit. From the high ground, Dungen with 2 shots, 60% chance on both. We connect with 1 for 19 damage. Lae'zel's going to move forward. Big old swing connects. Let's try a tripping attack. Why'd I do it with a bow? What? Okay. She's going to try a pummel strike to make up for that a little bit. It didn't work. Astarion moves up, 35% chance to hit. He connects and then swings again recklessly. He can eat this thing, so I'm going to let him do it. By him biting, he's also coating his weapon in poison. That's really cool. I should do that more. That's a really cool interaction. He gets hit again, being launched back one more time. We now see yet another of the hook horrors moving down from some kind of high ground to the west. Dead bodies lining up there, but also a drow. My love, my joy from the high ground casts some kind of hypnotize that is affecting both Shadowheart and Dungen. We are going to see Astarion move up towards the hook horrors, and he's gonna rage. Now that he's raging, he gains access to Tiger's Bloodlust, which he's gonna use to hit both enemies here. Recklessly. Both are bleeding. He's gonna do it again. Beautiful damage. One of the hook horrors goes down, and he is in a great spot. I love that. We're now going to see Lae'zel go for a trip attack, not with her ranged weapon, this time with her melee weapon. It didn't work. She's going to try again. It still didn't work. She's going to action surge and try again. There we go. Now swinging with advantage, she's going to do some pretty big damage there. I just wanted to protect my party as best I could, seeing as how half of them are totally incapacitated. Mirror image into a Misty Step, heading up to the high ground, but he's really close to that flame that stops him from being able to use magic. That is an interesting choice. The horror has stood up. Lae'zel swings for the head, connecting for 14 damage, and swinging again for another 16. The creature goes down. Lae'zel makes her way up towards the high ground here. I'm gonna lose my rage if I don't attack, but he's pretty difficult to attack up there. Psionic Backlash is one of our new abilities from the Mind Flayer Tadpole. We can do some damage to this guy on the high ground. And we saved the Tasha's Hideous Laughter cast. Beautiful. Shadowheart is going to use one of her level 3 spell slots for a Glyph of Warding detonation if she can. Target is too far away, though. How are we going to get this guy off the high ground? Another option we could try is we have Arrows of Roaring Thunder, which we might be able to shoot behind him. Ooh. Yeah. That might work. I'm going to try. Hey, there we go. It counted as a miss, And it looks like his clone absorbed all of his fall damage, which is not how that's supposed to work as far as I know. But hey, that's okay. He's down on the low ground, and that's good for us. We are going to see Lae'zel begin to move forward. She's going to fire off a ranged attack, hopefully getting rid of another of the clones nearby. One more ranged attack, 55% chance to hit. It does connect. He only has 41 HP. He's going to feel those hits. Maybe we shouldn't get too close together, but I am going to have Astarion sprint fully towards the target. I want him to be as close as possible. That way, if he does try to move, we have that attack of opportunity. The opportunity attack does get rid of the clone, and another hypnotic pattern is cast. No one falling for it except our boy Dungen on the high ground, who is seeing some shit right now. He's going through some stuff. Astarion moves towards the target, who has some kind of big shield on him. We do miss with that attack. Make it reckless again. Keep trying. There we go. Connecting, breaking the concentration of that hypnotize. And now Dungen is ready to strike. He has disadvantage from being so far away, but we can Misty Step as our bonus action to move closer to our target. Now with our hand crossbows. Oh, it does not connect. Shadowheart comes around the corner with a Sacred Flame, trying to get reverberation, radiating orb above the target. We have a lot of status effects we're managing now. And Lae'zel's approaching with that gigantic weapon of hers, swinging and taking down the target. We are all going to gather together for a song of rest, talk about the stories of combat, and how we were all there for each other. Does that give her superiority die back? Beautiful. That gives you your rages back, I think. Do I get my Misty Step back? I do. Okay, good short rest. We feel great about that. Now, what do we have here on this body? An icy crystal. This crystal is freezing to the touch no matter how long you hold it. Shallow grooves run along the bottom, as if it used to be attached to something. We're going to take that with us, as well as the Scroll of Sleep, and we have some scribbled notes here. Scattered notes are scrawled by a chaotic hand. Protector, guardian of the Adamantite Forge. From magma rose, only in magma destroyed. Hot hammer, where? A small map is drawn underneath, marked by numerous X's. The following words are scratched beneath it. Dorn knows.
Something's guarding that forge, and it's weak to this hot hammer.
We're putting the clues together. Maybe next episode, we'll go fight whatever's protecting that forge. I do need an item from over there after all. Now, for the final piece of this weird artifact that we are putting together, we make our way back to the Selionite Outpost, the very first area we ventured into the Underdark at. If you thought we were done over here, you were sadly mistaken. If you, instead of going through this barred gate, you jumped out the window, you would be greeted with, again, one of the most difficult fights in all of Act 1. Why are so many of them concentrated inside this horrible place? I swear to God, if I lose one of you to falling off of the platform because of a torch stalk, I'm going to be pretty upset. I don't have a good plan for this. These guys are petrified. And without saying too much, yeah, what if I just... Fuck! I was gonna say, what if I just shoot all these petrified guys and then they don't have to wake up? I feel as though I may have done the worst possible thing. Okay. So why might all of these statues be here? Hey, handsome? Oh, God. Oh, that's so many teeth. You know what sucks more than everything else is Dungan's not gonna have an attack, is he? Can't use actions because he's surprised. Oh, I am kind of surprised that the creature is down there, I will be honest. Well, we do have a chance of putting the target to sleep. I'm going to try to do that with Shadowheart. this will give us the advantage we need and at least stall out the surprise round. Let's see if it works. This is Glyph of Warding with the sleep option. Normally, sleep has an HP capacity that you have to adhere to, but not the Glyph of Warding. That's why it's one of the strongest spells in the game. So this will give me and my allies a little bit more time to get into position here so we can start to deal damage. We have a lot of movement on Lae'zel right now as she moves down to the low ground, but I am not going to attack this enemy this turn. We are going to wait. And hopefully that sleep holds. It looks like it did. Now, we do technically have one more turn of sleeping, but I don't know if I'll be able to do an action on my Astarion in that time. He's one of my hardest hitters, but I don't think we wait for that because there's a chance I could wake up right now. Like as soon as we end our turn, this guy could be alive. So we are going to take Dungen, move him over here to the corner, try to be on this ledge, and he, with advantage, in fact, before I do that, I'm going to cast Bless from my Shadow Heart, and she's going to bless... Oh, if you could take a step forward, I would actually love it if you could hit all of our damage dealers. Boom, boom, and boom. Wait. Out of line of sight? Crap! Can you move over here? I think that'll work. I think that's fine. We can't see Astarion. That's not the end of the world. We'll give advantage to ourselves, or bless to ourselves. Okay, now we're falling back. So that'll make our chance of hitting on Dungen even better. 94% with Sharpshooter on. We're about to hit really, really hard. Let's do it. Wow, 21 followed by 18 as the Spectator does wake up. Astarion is not able to attack this turn other than potentially a pummel strike, which he will try to do. The target is dazed, and because he applied a status, we also have reverberation here as well. Cool. Very, very cool. Lae'zel is going to go for a tripping melee attack onto the Spectator. It is immune to prone, which is really good to know, but we did really good damage. Another swing causes a critical hit. We're going to action surge and see if we can keep this going. She lands another 12 damage, followed by another 13. And the Spectator is incredibly low on HP. That is going to do it for all of our turns. Unfortunately, Astarion could not attack. We see an unpetrification beam going out, and then 2 attacks of opportunity win the fight. Oh my god, that was so clean. That was incredibly good.
And he brings a Spectator. Twit. Quite ruined my ambush. Now, you are?
Oh my god. That was so good. I am so happy with how that fight played out. I think that deserves a like on this video. I'm just saying, that fight can be hard. And we were so ahead of that. Oh, man. That sleep from Shadowheart really set up the whole thing. So there was a big patch with Baldur's Gate that was supposed to bring in your character into conversations like this, if possible. I guess Astarion was just closer than Dungen. That's fine. I'm Astarion, and you're welcome for the rescue.
Rescue? Helpless babes are rescued. I allowed you to assist me. I am Dawn, 3rd son of House Bartol, 1st rank evoker, and initiate of Graven Hollows. Oh. Oh, no, no, my dear dark gods below, no!
Do we know anything about magic? Nope. All right, I'll let you get back to whatever this is.
You don't understand. A memory shard ought to hold its glow for years. And look at it. It's fading. It contains knowledge that is precious to me. If it has grown this dull, then my enemies have already found the forge. Which bastard stole my glory? Zargrim? Filro?
Those are the 2 other drow that we have killed that have pieces of some kind of artifact. Do you speak of the adamantine forge? It's still hidden as far as I know.
Impossible. My rivals would have stopped at nothing.
I didn't tell him I killed his friends.
Huh. Ha! The fools must have turned back, or, better yet, died in the search. Good.
Good.
Just surrendered their research to me. We might have found the forge together. But no, they hoarded their knowledge, left each of us clinging to scraps. I had the good sense to lock mine away in the shard. And now I can claim the forge alone.
It sounds like you were as bad as each other. Hey, perhaps we can claim the forge together and split the proceeds. Let's see if he likes that idea.
Enterprising of you. The others knew of the forge's defenses, its operation, but I am the only one who knows its location. You proved your power in freeing me, but I need no more rivals. Try to take this as a compliment, yes?
Hey, no. Oh, he's attacking me. Oh, I thought we were going to talk some more. Well, the idiot who told me to take it as a compliment is now standing above the entirety of my party. Dungen is no longer blessed, so we do have a slightly worse chance to hit, but that's okay. We move to the side, and with a 75% chance for our shot to land true, we kill him in a single attack. Yes. So on his person, we see the memory shard, but more importantly, an icy helve. The ice-cold handle of what must once have been a staff. A single screw sticks out from the top. I've never put this thing together before, but we should have all of the pieces right now. So oh, okay, it's a triple. I thought I was gonna have to put this together one piece at a time, but no, we have the full crafting thing here. So this is the 3 artifacts. These are the 3 artifacts that we have found from the Drow here in the Underdark, and we are gonna be combining those to make a new staff. This is the Morning Frost. When dealing cold damage, the wielder deals an additional 1 cold damage. Dealing cold damage with a spell possibly inflicts chilled upon the target. I suppose now I could tell you that frost was something that we are considering, is still, I suppose, something we are considering for our Minthara build. And this staff is going to, where'd it go? There it is. This staff is going to be super important for that setup. Along with that, the boots from Nier, where we can no longer slip on ice. Very important for that setup. We've been finding these artifacts in the world and slowly assembling them. Maybe one day we will actually have Minthara as a companion. Does the spectator itself have any of that loot on there? You got anything in there? You know, I suppose the right thing to do... Hello. Spectator's Eyes, Ray of Fear, and Wounding Ray. That's really cool. We are taking that. I don't think Shadowheart's wearing a necklace just yet. We could equip that and have some offensive power added into her kit. Oh, man. Does it not even take a spell slot? That's going to be really, really good. Okay. I feel bad about the Mushroom Man dying, even though he's a bad person. I'm gonna go tell his wife that he's dead. It's the right thing to do, dude. It's the right thing to do. We all know it. Oh, wait. What happens if I just shoot these guys? Do they give XP? If they do, I'm killing every last one of you. 40 XP each. All right, dude. Get me in there. I was thinking about that fight even more. Do you know why Shadowheart wasn't surprised there? It's because we picked up the alert feat at level 4. Man, if we didn't do that, this fight could have gone completely different. Well, Balin died in a field of toxic mushrooms. I'm not going to hold anything back with my description, I guess.
Dead? Worthless old fool. He had one bleeding job.
Yeah, well, what were you guys doing down here?
Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it. Not no more, though.
Oh. I've heard it has uses as a remedy. This is part of our dwarven dialogue.
Once I get my hands on it, it'll remedy my flagging coffers. Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss.
Really? What makes the mushroom so valuable? She just told you, Dungen.
I've yet met an ailment it couldn't help. Baldness, blindness, poison, piles, and best of all, it cures my dangerously underweight purse.
Oh, well, all right then.
I'll find my way out. No point hanging around this den of misery.
It looks like she wasn't too upset. And if you know why, then you know why. But that's going to do it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, we're going to head back over to the other side of the Underdark and see if we can find this legendary forge that the Drow were speaking of. I will see you all again very, very soon.